What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. And 2026 is looking to be possibly one of the biggest years for not just movies in general, but for superhero projects because there is a lot that's going to be releasing in 2026. So, in this video, we're going to be diving into every single superhero project confirmed to be dropping in 2026. No rumored dates or just anything like that, just the confirmed stuff that we know is 100% releasing next year. I was going to make this a ranking video, ranking them up based on my excitement, but it's kind of unfair considering I'm very excited for like 90% of these. And I'm probably going to be doing a ranking video at the end of this year, ranking my most anticipated projects because it just makes more sense to do it at the end of the year. But with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below which project you're most looking forward to. And without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So, kicking things off with some of the TV shows that'll be releasing next year. Vision Quest is something that I believe has started filming right now, and although Marvel Studios has yet to make an official announcement, we have heard from Paul Bettany and a bunch of people in Marvel saying that yeah, it's shooting now. We've heard them say that the story is happening and that it is going to be releasing next year. We have basically heard it from every single person at Marvel besides Kevin Feige, which is something that I feel like he just has to announce at some point, either at Comic-Con this year or they have to announce it at D23, because this, I'm more than likely assuming, is going to be coming out maybe around this time next year. I would assume this is a project that's supposed to come before Doomsday because it just would make sense, I guess, unless it doesn't have anything to do with Doomsday and what they're planning, and Vision's not going to be in there. But this project's coming. It's probably my least most anticipated of all of these, but I'm not ranking them yet. But definitely probably is because we just don't know that much about the story yet. So I'm still looking forward to it, but we're going to have to wait and see. Then also next year, it's been confirmed that we are getting Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2, and we are going to be getting that yearly. I love Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It was such a great show, and a lot of people enjoyed it a lot. And it totally blew everybody's expectations away because it was actually a very, very grounded and true to the character story for Spider-Man that I just adored the whole thing. It was great. The animation's not fabulous, but it's still manageable once you get through like the first half. But it's overall, it was a lot of fun. I'm definitely looking forward to season 2, especially with the confirmation that Gwen Stacy is going to be a part of it. So it's very, very exciting. Now, I know I said I'm only doing confirmed projects, but I think it's pretty obvious that X-Men 97 season 2 is probably going to be dropping at some point next year because it's been a year since that show ended. I think it would just make sense because I think that they've already been done working on season 2 and they already have footage and animation done. They're probably just doing the final touches, and then we're probably going to get an official date announcement at some point in the fall of this year, and it's probably going to be next year at some point. So I'm very excited about that, and if it doesn't release next year, I will not only be shocked, but I would definitely be a little bit upset because I think that taking more than 2 years to do an animated show like this takes a little bit too long. But it's because it's been over a year since the first season ended. But I hope it comes out next year, and if it does, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's next for that show. We also have the final season of The Boys dropping next year, probably around the same time it did last year because they are currently filming now. They've been filming for a few months. I think we can assume that they're probably going to be done filming maybe around June or July, and then they're going to add all the visual effects, and it'll be ready by next summer. Very, very exciting. I love The Boys. It's a great show, and although it's sad that this is the final season, I'm very much looking forward to it. And this is the only show that I've ever stayed up till 3 in the morning to watch just because of how much I love that show. So if it comes out over the summer next year, I will absolutely be doing that because it is so much fun to do that. No matter how many times I almost fall asleep before getting to the episode, very, very exciting, and I really, really hope that it comes out in summer of next year. It's probably going to be in 2026 at the very least, though. We've also been confirmed to be getting Lanterns next year, which we know has already started filming. We got our first image of it, and I'm very much looking forward to this show. It looks like it's going to be awesome. It's some sort of like crime, like story going on with Green Lantern that I am very, very much into, and I cannot wait. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It is set in the DCU, but they don't have any plans to connect what happens in Lanterns to the wider DCU, but it's still just going to be great to have another thing in this universe, assuming that everything goes well with Superman this year. But I'm very excited regardless, and I cannot wait for this. I am more excited for this show than I thought I would be, but very exciting, and I cannot wait. The final superhero TV show we will more than likely be getting next year is Invincible Season 4. The only reason I put this on the 2026 list is because they have confirmed, Robert Kirkman has confirmed that we should be getting Invincible seasons yearly because they've already started voice recording for Season 4. We are already halfway through that. They just have the animation and the rest of the voice recording. And if we get it maybe around this time next year, maybe around like March or April, like when the first season dropped, kind of around that time, then that would make a lot of sense. And we need Season 4 right away because Season 3 was great and I just loved it so much. And I cannot wait to see where the story goes. I mean, I know where the story goes, but I'm very, very foggy in most of my memory, so I'm very excited to be reminded of how great that story truly is. Diving into the movie side of things next year for the superhero projects, we have Clayface coming out next year in October. This is going to be a very exciting film. I am excited for it because I have been pitching, and like a lot of other people have also been pitching, this brilliant story to tell of Clayface, making him our protagonist and having Batman be the antagonist of the story. While I don't know if DC and James Gunn would go for that, I really, really hope that that is what they do. And overall, though, regardless, I am definitely looking forward to a Clayface film. I mean, I don't know what is making me so excited, but I just am very much looking forward to seeing what they have in store. And we also have technically seen Clayface already in the DCU and Creature Commandos, so very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to this film. Something that my hype only just recently went straight up for is the Superman Woman of Tomorrow film, because I just read the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic book, and it is one of my favorite comic books that I've read. It's just an amazing, beautiful story, and the fact that this movie is based off of that novel gets me so excited, and it makes it one of my most anticipated comic book projects of next year, even above some of the Marvel stuff that's dropping, because there's a lot of great Marvel things coming out next year that I just can't wait for it. But this movie looks like it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. And if they're going with the comic book story, it is possibly going to be one of the best DC films we've gotten, if not the best. I'm prejudging, even though I haven't seen Superman yet. Or one of the best comic book projects of all time, because you guys know I have a sweet spot for when comic book movies directly take from a specific comic book novel and they just adapt it to the screen and basically give that comic a movie. And I think that that is just awesome. They did that with the Batman. They've done that with so many projects that I adore those films, and it looks like Superman's doing that, and it looks like Supergirl's doing that. So I just cannot wait. It's going to be hopefully a very, very fun film. This film comes out in 14 months, I think. It's next June, so I'm very excited about it, and I cannot wait. Also, guys, side note, I totally forgot about one of the TV shows that's dropping next year. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is also set to come out next year, which is very, very, very exciting. As I'm filming this, episode 4 is tonight, which Charlie Cox has hyped up this episode a lot, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's next. And Daredevil Born Again has been great so far, and I have actually been loving it so much. I was very concerned going in, but it's great, and I cannot wait for Season 2 because Marvel's really going back to that OG TV formula. We're getting a new season every year with Daredevil and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is just great. Now, getting into arguably the biggest movie of 2026, Avengers Doomsday. This movie is dropping in about 13 months. I am very, very much looking forward to this. I am also very, very much concerned about this film. I think my concerns kind of outweigh the excitement that I have, but hopefully as time goes on, my worries will start to fade and go away. I mean, they already have with some of the things that the Russo brothers have been saying about this film, because they can't really say much, but what they're saying is definitely giving me more and more relief and hope for this film to pull something that could be used as one of the best kind of plays on a character in a story ever for the Marvel Universe with Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, but this, regardless, is going to be the biggest film of next year besides maybe Christopher Nolan's Odyssey or Spider-Man 4, but this is the event film of 2026, and regardless of if you're looking forward to it or not, you cannot deny that everybody's going to be seated in the theater for this one. Ending things with probably going to be my most anticipated project of 2026, Spider-Man 4. I, again, am very, very concerned about this film. I am very worried for what they can have in store if it's going to be another multiverse film. And I am also so, so excited that we're finally going to be seeing Tom Holland Spider Man back, because it has been 3.5 years since we have seen him. Way, way, way too long. I need to see him again. And the fact that it's taken this long is a little bit worrying, but I will be seated for anything Spider-Man in the theaters, unless it's a Sony Spider-Man villain film. I will not be seated for those. I have not seen a lot of them besides the Venom ones, but this movie is going to hopefully be great. We know Sadie Sink is a part of it, Zendaya is a part of it, Dustin Daniel Cretton is directing, which again is already giving me high hopes and high anticipation for this, because he is a great director and I love Shang-Chi. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's in my top 15. It is so, so exciting, and all the things that they have attached to it are promising, and I have to trust Tom Holland. He knows what the fans want. He knows where the character should be, and the fact that he has a creative say in the film gets me more hopeful, and I'm very much excited to see where hopefully they take this story. And it's going to take place in the middle of Doomsday and Secret Wars, so there may be some multiverse stuff, but I really, really hope that it's heavily leaning towards the street level kind of area of it, or something like that. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm very much looking forward to this, but I'm also very worried. I think I'm less worried than I am for Doomsday, just because of the promising aspects that we have for this film specifically. But guys, that'll have to do it for this video today. Let me know in the comments down below which 2026 superhero project you are most looking forward to, because there's a lot of great ones coming out next year that I am so, so, so excited for. And when it comes to ranking my superhero most anticipated 2026 projects at the end of the year, it's going to be very, very hard to rank them, because I tried ranking them yesterday before I changed up how this video was going to be, and it was just way too hard. So hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have a little bit of a better idea of what I'm most excited for, because by the end of the year, guys, we are going to more than likely have our first trailer for Doomsday, which is crazy to think about. We're going to have our first footage for that film in very much less than a year. So whatever that drops, hopefully we'll probably have a better idea of that film specifically. So we're going to know how we feel about most of this stuff by then. But with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below which one you're most anticipated for, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.